I'm glad that you chose mole, because actually, did I translate the word of manchamanteles? Tablecloth stainer.
Say it again.
Tablecloth stainer.
Oh,
Right.
tablecloth stainer.
See how
Tablecloth
baroque.
stainer.
See how baroque this is. I mean, it's a dish from 17th century where baroque,
Yes.
are complex baroque, are
Right.
where the Spaniards arrived. 16th century they arrived, and this dish is from the 17th century, right? And I'm glad because the tradition of the fusion. We were talking about a lot about fusion, how fusion works in our system, in our Mexican way of seeing things, right? Our cosmovision. So I want to show you that. So we're going to talk first about the market. The market has been here for more than 100 years.
This mercado?
This market, yes, in Mercado. Not the way you see it. It was an
Okay.
opener market at the end of the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th. I don't know where you're staying. Where are you staying?
Red Tree House.
Red Tree House.
But we
Oh,
also
they're
went to
super
the
nice
Mercado
people.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, you've been to Jamaica?
Yeah. So is
Yeah.
that one as old too? Yeah.
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 Not as old. I don't really know about Jamaica. Oh yes, Jamaica. Yes, because it was like the central market. Yeah, Jamaica, one of the central markets back in the day. La Viga and Jamaica both. Yeah. So this neighborhood started at the end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th, and it was in Roma Norte where everything started. We're in Roma Sur. So the Norte was, the big houses, the big mansions that the owner of the land built. So for the people who didn't want to live in the city, right? It was the outskirts of the city. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable that if you look at now geographically, this is the center of the city, geographically. Now, back in the day, it was the outskirts.
Outskirts.
It was the borderline of the city. So in the Roma Norte, you'll find these mansions, these huge houses, like little palaces with huge backyards. They don't have the backyards because they sold the backyards and they kept sometimes the property, just the house. So you see a lot of houses facing a wall.
Yes.
Because they sold the backyard. So now there's like the entrance is like at the side of the house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there's a couple houses that you see how weird, because the main entrance is facing a wall because it was facing
A yard.
a big yard. So they sold that, and there's a building probably sometimes. Not many of that houses they still like that. Some of them they were turned down. They're not longer there. You can see a couple of those little palaces still. But this is Roman Sur, where the people moved later here to this area. This neighborhood Roma Sur was developed later in the 30s.
Oh, in the 30s.
You'll see the houses like they look more the 30s looking, the 40s looking. My family came to this neighborhood, not to south, to the north of Roma, 1940.
94. From where originally? What?
Veracruz.
Veracruz, is that south?
Southeast,
Oh,
the
okay.
Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
Oh,
Cordoba.
wow. Oh,
Cordoba
wow.
was the land where my grandmother is from, and my mother was born there. She came to the city when she was probably 2 or 3 years old. And then we have a lot of Spanish community coming into this area, Jewish, Turkish, and Lebanese people.
Oh.
So they shopped in this market also. It was an opener market. Back in the 40s, it was an opener market. It was in the 50s, it was an opener market. They sold the chicken alive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So there was the recipes of my grandmother said, oh, just buy the hen, kill the hen, defeather the hen, right? So all these recipes were, because you bought the chicken alive here. So probably, I don't know, back in that time everywhere, right? Back in the States, back in that time it was done that way.
Absolutely.
So they tell me the stories about the market being opener. They added the rooftop later. They added the rooftop 1964.
1964, which really is not all that long ago.
Not that long,
Yeah.
not that long ago. They celebrate the 55th anniversary of the market. They don't celebrate,
the open air.
The open air market, because they became a union back in the day. So they celebrate since they became a union.
So is it one person that owns the property and then
No.
they pay rent, or how does it
No,
work?
it's a government thing.
Oh.
Like the union and the
Okay.
government, they run the market, the government. So it's like a concession they give to each people, and then you apply for that. These people have been here forever. There's 3 generations, 4 generations.
This is our first Mexican dog. Sorry. This
Oh,
one.
okay, really? Oh,
The
Cholo Squinkle.
Cholo Squinkle.
Cholo Squinkle.
Cholo Squinkle.
Cholo Squinkle.
So
Yeah.
the vendors inside though pay the rent to the government. Is that what you're
They
saying?
will have a concession, and they will pay an annuity, right? And they will let them stay here, and they will be part of the union.
Do they pay any of the sales? Do they pay to?
No, I don't
they
think
keep
so.
That. They keep that. Okay.
They keep that. They just have to pay for the annuity that
Okay,
they have to
got it.
pay, and they are a very nice community. They've been here for at least 2 or 3 generations. You'll meet people who have been here for 5 generations.
Are most of the markets similar? They run the same. There's
Yeah,
so many
most
markets.
of the markets are the government,
Yeah, okay.
run by the government,
Never
owned
knew
by
that.
the government, but it's a concession
Got
for
it.
them. So they will they be here. They don't grow anything.
Right.
They just buy it from a central market, and they sell here. Jamaica I love because it's the flower. It's famous for the flowers.
My goodness.
And so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get like a bouquet of
Yes, we
roses
saw.
for
20 pesos.
Dozens.
no,
and
I mean
dozens.
dozens for probably I don't
35,
know.
50 pesos.
Well, a small one, but a bouquet like this, a big bouquet for 200 pesos.
Yeah, that's nothing.
100 is
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah.
was-
Actually, on her finger.
Pardon me? Oh, yeah. Some paint. I don't know, like a tag. It's like a tag, yeah. So yeah, they buy it. The flowers for sure they buy it from the central market, from Jamaica market, probably. The thing is, you don't. I mean, it's difficult for me to go to the Jamaica market and
Sure.
spend half of my day there.
Sure.
Of course,
Yeah, yeah.
save a lot of money.
Yeah, but by the time you got over
Yeah,
there,
it's
made your
half
trip-
day, so I rather buy them from here.
Absolutely.
Right?
And you're how far away from here?
I am from Jamaica, from here.
No, your
My home, just 6 blocks.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, why would
so
you go?
Well, I love
Yeah.
it when I have to buy a lot of flowers and I have the time.
Yes.
But regularly, I don't
Yeah.
have the time.
Right.
So the market was not designed at all, right? So it just happened. So they didn't make a special area for restocking. So just be patient. It's Monday, so they be restocking with a lot of
I see.
boxes,
I see.
bicycles going through. So just be patient and just let we should leave some room
Yeah.
for them to walk.
Sure.
Right?
Alberto, can I ask you,
Yes.
when we go through, can we buy one of those black zapotes? That if it, I was
Yeah.
just curious what it. Or,
It's either the beginning of the season or the season has not started yet.
okay.
So we look for that. Yeah,
no
we
idea
can
what-
buy one. We can buy a zapote.
I have no
So
idea
you
what
can-
it
Can you
tastes
move and
like.
give
I'm
him
just curious.
Haven't you tried
I've
them?
never tried a zapote.
It's a very exotic fruit for
Yeah.
you guys. It's very exotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, but yesterday when we were at, when we went to the pyramids, our driver bought la tuna.
Tuna. Yeah.
La tuna.
Did you try?
We
you
did,
eat
we
it?
tried that,
Yeah.
yeah.
The green one or the
Green one.
Green.
The green.
Green.
Super sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet.
super sweet.
Yeah.
Super sweet. Yeah. Let's go and
Okay.
explore it.
Okay.